Hello beautiful souls and welcome to my channel Roseology. So this is the October 2020 reading for my beautiful Sagittariuses out there. So if you are cross-watching, welcome, but please try to not get offended as to whatever comes up in this reading. It may have absolutely nothing to do with you, but if you know that you are prone to being triggered, just go ahead and exit out of the reading because I'm definitely not holding back to spare anybody's feelings. So for my Sagittariuses, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, welcome to your reading. The astrological chart I'm reading for each sign is based in tropical astrology, but feel free to use your sidereal or any other sort of placements or any other type of astrology. I decided to bring back the 3 personal piles for each zodiac sign like I did last month. You guys seem to love it. I loved it. And so after this main general reading that applies to all of my Sagittariuses for this month, there will be a meditation to help you select a pile for a more personalized message. I will not be divining these piles down here. I'll basically just be reading the descriptions of each card, but I did want to add this, that the way not every Sagittarius is getting the same general message for October 2020. Let me also say that I'm not taking personal readings at this time. Thank you guys so very much for your patience. I'll let you know when that changes. And as well, don't forget to check out your Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos if you have not already. So let's go on ahead and get started with tackling this huge stack of cards right here to see what your October 2020 has in store for my Sagittariuses. All right, Sagittarius. So starting off with your more general reading, I pulled some color cards for each zodiac sign for the month of October, and your color card ended up being chocolate, and it says here, nourish your body and soul, and it's the number 13. So what I'm picking up here, Sagittarius, is you need sweetness month. That's what this month needs to be about for you. Fun, play, flirting, lightheartedness, doing all the things that the adult you says is irresponsible, but the kid you would love to do. This reminds me of a kid in an adult body with adult responsibilities like staying up all night, eating sweets, playing video games, or binge watching that new show, and just being an irresponsible adult for just like one night only. And I know that sounds really bad, but you're in need of it, Sagittarius. You are drowning in responsibilities and seriousness lately, and you need to nourish yourself by doing what you want to do, but keep yourself from doing because it doesn't fit into your adult life or because it's not responsible to you. You taking this time to be a kid will be so refreshing for you. Take one or a couple of nights this month, or maybe like one day a week all month to kind of be like Cinderella. You know how she had like one night to live her dream life? Take one night to do everything that you want to do, obviously within reason, but take one night to do everything it is that you want to do because you're in great need of some sort of like cheat day, So when I see chocolate, I think of like cheating on your diet or something. And it's kind of like you need to cheat on your adult life with your youth, with your kid life. So that's what I'm picking up here with this chocolate card. Let's go ahead and get to you guys' tarot cards here. The very first card that we have here is the 7 of Matches, otherwise known as the 7 of Wands. Then we have the 3 of Matches, otherwise known as the 3 of Wands in reverse. Who are you arguing with, Sagittarius? Who are you arguing with that's making you feel like you can't do something? Who's trying to prove you wrong? Is it you or is it someone else? It's like it's kind of causing like this internal battle or war of wills, and you're second guessing what you thought was a great idea. You're second guessing yourself somewhere. Then we have here the Knight of Matches, otherwise known as the 9 of Wands. All this wand energy. Then we have the Page of Vases, otherwise known as the Page of Cups in reverse. And then we have the 8 of Blades, otherwise known as the 8 of Swords, also in reverse. 9 of Wands is you desperately trying to keep someone or something out. And this feels like some of you trying to keep out your own voice, but for many of you, this is another person that doesn't make you feel like anything is possible with this Page of Cups in reverse over here. This person is so logical or maybe even cynical, and you're trying to fight taking on their energy and opinion. And wow, some of you, okay, this is coming in. For some of you, this is a parent, because I just heard, it's like I heard your voice say, I don't want to end up like you. It sounds like some of you have said or will say this month, I'm doing this because I don't want to end up like you, or I don't want to be like you. Maybe you get into therapy because you don't want to be like something that you saw growing up, or like a parent or something. You see how she's like blowing this match out on the Nine of Wands right here? Some of you are ready to burn everything down and be alone. Be alone with your own thoughts, your own energy, your own ideas and feelings. It's exhausting for you trying to fend this off. And yeah, you see this here with this Eight of Swords in reverse. You're ready to sink the ship with you on it, if it means getting out of this energy or environment that is stifling to your growth. Someone isn't letting you be free the way that you need to. And to a Sagittarius, for someone to get in your way of being you and going where you want and doing what you want, nothing turns off a Sagittarius more. The South Node is moving through your first house. So you are tying up loose ends. And the way that you are doing that is by being forced to tell people how you feel and what you need. Sagittarius doesn't do well with such heavy, depressive, dense, dark energies. You guys need to be, light and lightweight so that the way you can flow and go where you want. Some of you will be arguing with your partner or someone in your life about hanging out with friends as well, not spending enough time at home. You could be feeling this way about your partner, or your partner may be feeling this way about you. And it's interesting because we do have the sun moving through your 11th house, the house of community, friends, wishes, and in the sign of Libra. And it's opposing your 5th house, where Mars and Chiron is retrograding in the sign of Aries. So yeah, this is as well not wanting to argue or fight, being too exhausted to argue to get what you want. You may find yourself just not responding or talking or reacting, and instead doing everything that you can to stay out of that environment that feels congested or stuffy or claustrophobic or controlling or possessive. You may prefer to spend your time working versus being at home, with Venus moving through your 10th house in Virgo as well. There's definitely something here where you're not seeing eye to eye with someone about how much time you are out or away or spending time with friends, or your partner could be complaining about that with you. Mercury is also in your 12th house in the sign of Scorpio, and that's where you'll be experiencing this Mercury retrograde until November 3rd. The 12th house is all things that are hidden and unseen. It's fears, enemies, health issues, any sort of undetectable problem goes straight into the 12th house to get solved. And again, in your 5th house, you have Mars and Chiron retrograde, meaning every time you do something fun or for yourself, it's like you get punished for it, or you have a fear that in some way that you having fun means punishment. It means something bad. It means something negative. It means something isn't getting done. It means that you are neglecting something. There's this pessimistic energy around fun, and that's what you're trying to escape because you may be feeling overworked and exhausted with this Nine of Wands, Page of Cups, and Eight of Swords in reverse, especially with that 5th house energy as well. Like I said, you have Mars retrograde and Chiron retrograde in your 5th house. 5th house is the house of fun, of youth, of your inner child. So yeah, with Chiron and Mars retrograding in that energy, it's kind of like something sort of keeping you from having fun. It's like you're hesitating when it comes to doing things that you want to do for you, just because it feels good or it feels fun. So yeah, there's like that energy here. Let me go ahead and flip a clarifier just to see what it is. All right. 10 of Wands, Page of Swords, 8 of Wands, or 10 of Swords, 8 of Wands, Page of Swords fell out, but it doesn't feel like your cards. So let me we got Death. We got Death. King of Wands in reverse. King of Wands is your energy. Then we have 5 of Pentacles in reverse. 6 of Wands. That was kind of like this. I don't know if it's upright or not. And we have the Ace of Wands. Let me get one more. And the Sun. See this? You're in need of like that inner child. You're in need of this inner child fun right here. Yeah. Like I was just talking about the 5th house. The 5th house is ruled by Leo energy. It's ruled by the Sun. And then we have here Queen of Swords underneath. This is, okay, so it's like King of Swords can be quite exciting, and he's in reverse, saying that he's lacking some sort of excitement right now, or the excitement that he is dealing with isn't necessarily fun. The excitement that he's dealing with when he's in reverse is more so chaotic. It's more so stressful. It's not fun. It's not the type of fun that he has in mind. Death is here, saying that something here needs to end. There's some sort of cycle, routine, habit, something it is that you are kind of you're kind of like in this hamster wheel of doing this every single day. It has to change. It needs to stop. And like I was talking about with the Sun card, this is youthful energy that really wants to come through. So we've been talking about your whole reading. Five of Pentacles in reverse. This is definitely lack energy. In reverse though, there's something about you here kind of defeating this lack energy, but it comes with energy, as you can see, Ace of Wands and Six of Wands. So you need to refresh. You need to refresh that the way you can have a lot more energy to get things done that you want to get done. That the way okay, what needs to change here is your routine. I think this is your routine that's coming up here, because that's what I'm really picking up very heavily with the Ace of Wands and the Six of Wands. It's like maybe you work all night and then that makes you sleep all day, and you wake up in the afternoon, and then it's like, damn, now I got to get to work. And it's like you end up working a bit longer because you were so tired. It's kind of like whatever it is that you're doing that is exhausting your energy, it's basically coming from you. With this King of Wands in reverse, there's something that you're doing that's exhausting your energy, and then you don't have enough energy to do for you. You don't have enough energy to work. You don't have enough energy to do all these other, it's like all you have the energy to do, you honestly really don't have energy to do anything. But you push yourself when it comes to work, and you push yourself because it's like you have bills and responsibilities and things to take care of. But what's really hurting you here is your schedule and your routine that has to switch around. For sure, try to get on a different routine this month, Sagittarius, especially with Mercury being retrograde, Mars being retrograde. You really want to try to have as much energy as you can, because there's going to be certain things that you have to deal with. And if you're already depleted energetically, you're not going to have a sharp mind. You're not going to have a quick, sharp mind that you need to have in order to make certain decisions, in order to get certain things done at a certain quality level. So Queen of Swords is saying you really need to be thinking clearly and straight for the month of October. And the only thing that's going to get in the way of that is your energy levels. It's what it is that you're doing every single day. It could also have something to do with your diet too. If you're just really not taking care of yourself and your body, it's going to cause this really lopsided schedule where it's like something that you're doing that keeps contributing to this depletion. It's like it keeps adding to this depletion, to this deficiency, to this exhaustion. Like you keep adding to the exhaustion. So yeah, there's going to need to be like a revamp or kind of like an overhaul when it comes to your routine and your schedule in the month of October. That the way you're not depleting yourself. And the best way for you to get your energy back is to do things that you enjoy to do. Just take a day or a night off and do it. That's the problem. You keep waking up and doing the same routine thinking that it's going to change every single day, but you keep doing the same routine, the same thing. You keep doing the same thing, wanting and hoping for different results, and it's like, it's not going to happen. You're going to have to change this. You're definitely going to have to change this, but I do see you getting a boost of energy as long as you get that together for sure. All right, so the very first card that we have here is Grand Trine, blessings, okay. Lunar eclipse, change. Mercury retrograde, reinvention. Yeah, this card keeps coming up for a lot of signs. It's funny too, because we are currently going through Mercury retrograde, or are about to. And then we have here Neptune's sacrifice, okay. So, Grand Trine, blessings, lunar eclipse change, Mercury retrograde, reinvention, Neptune's sacrifice. So Mercury retrograde is bringing my Sagittarians a way out and some much needed blessings or sweetness into your life. It's bringing a lot of changes too. And you have Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn, the big three is what I call it, all direct in your second house in the sign of Capricorn, meaning if you've been preparing yourself for this and doing the work, expect some major financial turnaround happening for you. We did just pull the Five of Pentacles in reverse for the clarifier cards. So this is a huge turnaround happening financially, where it's like, that might be why too I kept saying like you keep trying to push yourself when it comes to work. So maybe it's because you're making a lot of extra money. Maybe it's because you like just got a new position, a new job, something like that, and you're trying to go above and beyond to make sure that you're bringing in a certain amount of money or something like that. And so what you need to redefine and revamp is the way that you look at work and the way that you look at abundance. You may sort of see, like, just ask yourself how you look at abundance. Do you think that in order for you to be well off, you have to be working yourself to the bone, out here hustling and grinding every single day? Is that how you see it? Because if that's how you see it, of course, when it comes to you having fun, you're going to see that as a negative thing. You're going to see that in a negative light, because it's like, I could be working, making money right now. I could be doing this, and this. That the way I can be living this type of lifestyle. But it's like, if you were to start seeing abundance as like, you know what, I already am abundant, and the work that I do is going to be better when I'm giving back to me, like this chocolate card right here, then that's exactly what the narrative will be. So there's a lot here that needs to kind of turn around when you look at your relationship with money, your relationship with abundance, your relationship with ease and flow. So yeah, for sure, there's a major financial turnaround happening for you, Sagittarius. Neptune is moving through your fourth house of roots, home, family, the mother. So this could also be talking about what I picked up earlier, where I heard some of you say, I don't want to end up like you. You could be talking to your mother or a mother figure that doesn't understand why you're doing something or why you want something or why you are with someone. I'm also kind of picking up someone not being accepting of your choice of partners too. But this is where you're going to have to decide how much your peace is worth to you. You may have to choose someone over someone else. For example, if your mom doesn't approve of your new relationship, but you know your mom always kind of gives you shit over your relationships, then like I said earlier, your South Node moving throughout your first house is forcing you to tie up those loose ends, where you make it known, I am grown, or like this is my life, or like this is who I choose, whether you like it or not. It's kind of like you might end up in the middle of two different people, or you might end up in the middle of like your family versus your partner, or one friend versus another friend, or a coworker versus something else. You know, you might kind of end up in the middle of something this month, where you're really going to have to kind of make it known where you stand. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like I choose this side, so I'm standing against you. But you know, you might have to get really crafty when it comes to kind of playing devil's advocate and sort of mending whatever this is, because you're the common denominator here. So for sure, yeah, you have the ability to kind of, or you have the possibility of ending up in between two people that you care about, something like that. But like I said, you're just going to have to make it known, like, this is what I choose, and you're just going to have to be good with it. Otherwise, like, I don't know what to tell you. And, you know, kind of just let them know, I hope you can support me, but if not, I will move forward either which way, with or without you. And that's a sacrifice that I'm picking up for you, is having to put someone in their place in a way that might hurt them. And because it hurts them and you love them, it may hurt you. But if you truly want to be able to live your life in peace, you'll have to kind of make that decision. Next two cards that we have here, third house, I think, and it says this is the house of the mind and ideas. Here's where we see the concrete thinking, thoughts, communication, mental agility, and the capacity to relate to the most immediate and daily social environment, like siblings or neighbors. Okay. And the third house is ruled by Gemini and Mercury. And then we have here Taurus, who is ruled by Venus. All right. So interesting energy. So third house in Taurus, a third house rules communication, perspective, learning, and Taurus energy is all about comfort, excess, abundance, pleasure. You have to think for yourself when it comes to what makes you happy and or what satisfies you. Now, if someone or something makes you happy, go for it, despite the pushback that you may receive. And these cards are saying live for you and you only, until everyone else around you accepts it or learns to kind of, get out of the way of your happiness and what it is that you need to feel fulfilled, whole, and happy. All right, let's go ahead and check out these cards. This is your practical advice for the month. We have here, confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo. Okay. And we have conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. Yeah. Exactly. This is what I was talking about. Okay. You have to live for you, Sagittarius. Instead of burning everything down in a great ball of fire by reacting and Sagittarius is kind of like a fire breathing dragon. You guys can really cut people down with your fire, with your energy. So instead of really burning everything down and burning bridges, there's other ways that you can handle the pushback that you get for living your life unapologetically. Have confidence in your choices and in what you want to do and choose to do. When you put put your foot down by saying, this is what makes me happy. This is who I am. This is what I want. When you say that to the face of judgment, whoever may be judging you, when you stand up to them out of confidence and not out of anger and resentment, but from confidence, these conclusions will be reached and you'll be free to live your life for you. And they may still have their opinions because everyone does, but for you, it'll be peaceful because you'll know how to kind of insulate yourself so you can just live for you and enjoy your life. That the way it's like, I'm not affected by your opinions anymore. You're not really going to decide how it is that I live my life because this works for me. Let's see your angel advice for the month. So we have here overcoming difficulties, Archangel Jeremiel. The worst is now behind you and you are surmounting any previous challenges. Okay. Then we have here divine order, and it says Archangel Raguel, everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. All right. Then we have nurture, Archangel Gabriel. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. This is what we were talking about earlier. Both activities are important for you right now. This is what I've been talking about since this chocolate card right here. This is exactly what I've been talking about. And we pulled the sun card with the clarifier. And then we have here clear cognizance, Archangel Uriel. Pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. Okay. Nurture. Your inner child is what I've been talking about with this chocolate card in the beginning of your reading. Claircognizance is all about knowing. So again, we have this message from your angel saying, know what works for you, know what makes sense to you, know what you want. And when you know what you want, everyone else will know too. And everyone else will kind of back off because it's like, you know what? I can't control their life. Like, this is what they want to do. They're going to do it whether or not I agree with it. And that's kind of the message that you want to send without necessarily having to burn down the relationship and burn bridges. And overcoming difficulties. This is a beautiful month for facing challenges and obstacles because we have so much cosmic divine support. All the signs do, but especially Sagittarius, like you guys, do you see this? Divine order, overcoming difficulties. Like, this for sure is saying that like your angels are really balancing things for you. For sure. These two cards here are from the Neter Ma'at, and she is the goddess, you could call her. She's not a goddess, but she is the goddess of truth and balance, the Egyptian goddess for truth and balance. So let's see what her laws are for you for this month to maintain balance. And we have here, I can be trusted. Wow. And I spread joy. Okay. You see how even these cards here are talking about how I can be trusted as saying I can trust my own judgment. And if I can, then everyone else can too. This is you being confident in your choices. This is you owning your choices, being confident in saying this is what I want or choose or need. And that's final. I don't need extra advice because it's unsolicited. And if I did not ask for it, then just let me live. Both of these cards here are saying just let me live. So for sure, the message from Ma'at to you for this month of October is just be joy. That sun card that we pulled with the clarifiers when I was flipping for clarifiers, just be joy. Insulate yourself. That's what I was talking about. Insulate yourself. That the way these outside opinions aren't even hitting you. They're not even touching you, not even affecting you. And you're going to be able to be left alone to live your best life, whether people have opinions or not. And like I said, people are always going to have opinions. The trick is here is us learning how to live peacefully and happily with those opinions existing, with these things happening around us. There's a real trick here where it's like, it's all about me maintaining my happiness and being happy with you still judging me. That's really what you're working on in the month of October. It's kind of what the universe is working on you with this month of October, with this October energy. Your health cards for the month are fresh air. And it says, dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for helping me breathe easier in all ways. Okay, so get some fresh air. Make sure that you're getting out. Make sure that you're not being too confined to the house. And then we have here increased energy. Yeah, okay. So like I was saying, when I pulled your clarifier cards. Yeah, some energy could definitely be coming back to you guys as long as you get some, some fun time in here and there. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for filling me with the unlimited energy of divine love and light. Okay, so yeah, for sure. That'll definitely help. You guys just need to do some different things that's enjoyable for you, that you enjoy to do. you know? And don't be worried about if your brain is somehow telling you like, this isn't a good idea, we shouldn't be having fun. So these two cards here are going to be showing me the energy surrounding your relationships, like your platonic relationships, the relationship with your family, friends, things like that. So let's go ahead and take a look. Very first card that we have here is authenticity. The energy of authenticity supports our choice to be genuine and truthful in all aspects of our lives, with others as well as with ourselves, okay? And then we have here honesty. Wow. Okay. And it says the energy of honesty supports our choice to be courageously truthful and genuine with kindness and tact. Yeah, this is okay. You guys see this? This is what, okay, both of these cards here are talking about keeping it real with yourself and everyone around you about what you want, about what you are doing, or about what you need. You don't have to live this double life anymore when it comes to doing you. So like we were talking about before, if your partner, for instance, has an issue with how much you've been working, tell them straight up, working is less stressful than me being at home right now. Or I'm working because I'm trying to, make more money. Or I'm working because I'm sick of us, living paycheck to paycheck, whatever it is. Whatever your truth is, get more comfortable expressing it in the month of October, because this is gonna open up a lot of doors and a lot of blessings for you. Just being able to speak from a place of authenticity and truth, keeping it real, staying honest. And in order for there to be more authenticity around you, it has to begin with you. Maybe your mom doesn't approve of your relationship, for example. Tell her, well, I didn't approve of your second husband either. I don't know. It's just an example, but hold that mirror of reflection up so you can see your truth. And so everyone else can see theirs, whether they want to accept it or not, just kind of be like, listen, I let you guys live. I let you live peacefully. So I need the same thing. I need to be able to figure it out on my own. If I'm making a mistake, okay, it's my cross to bear. If you think I'm making a mistake, then it's my decision. But really, God, you guys, I'm so sorry. I did not know that my camera stopped recording. I hate when that happens. Okay, the very first romance card that we have here is release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. All right. Then we have here, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek. Okay. Then we have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. All right. And romantic feelings. Oh, okay. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. This is interesting. So new love, this could be the one. Romantic feelings are all alluding for a new partner, a new romance or love coming in out of nowhere. That's why I kept getting the message, I think, of someone not supporting or approving of your relationship. Maybe it kind of happens too quickly. Maybe people don't have a chance for them to kind of accept it and get used to it. But again, this is all about you living your life and owning your decisions. So if this is something new coming in, protect it, Sagittarius, because this definitely could be the one for you that you've been waiting for. But make sure that you release the past as well with release your ex over here. Again, the South Node is in your first house, meaning that the past is still very alive and present for my Sagittariuses. Whether that is mentally, emotionally, or physically, it's still present and is working to get your attention. There's a lot of ghosts still roaming around in your present day life. But just like any ghost story, what do they tell you? In order to get rid of spirits, you have to do that by doing what? By firmly stating you are not welcome here. This October, Sagittarius, it will feel like you are dancing with ghosts, and you will have to confidently decide and state it's time for you to leave. Don't text me anymore. Don't call me anymore. It's over between me and you. You're going to have to really make it very, very clear what's going on here. October is not going to leave you enough room or space to dance on the fence anymore. October is coming in with a bang for my Sagittarius, is where it's like, yeah, you and me are done. Don't ever fucking call me again. It's just kind of like that. And like I said, you don't have to burn bridges, but you do want to make it very clear and very known. This is where I stand. Versus whatever it is, despite whatever it is that you may have going on, this is where I stand. This is what I am doing. So again, it's all about you owning your choices and your decisions. Maybe this is you getting back with an ex and your family and friends don't approve. Own your choice, own your decisions. I know how difficult that can be, like getting back with the ex. It's like, God, it's I don't know why that is just such a horrible thing. I don't know why people just kind of like equate it to like, oh, you're weak, oh, you're this, oh, you're that, or you're that. And sometimes we even tell ourselves that, like, you're weak for going back to this person, but maybe there's some loose ends that need to be tied up here, This October, Sagittarius, like I was saying, you're just going to have to decide and state that it's time for you to leave. It's time for us to be done, or it's time for us to move forward. But first you have to come to terms with deciding if that's what you actually want. If it is, then you have to make it plain and clear, like I was saying, and then they will move on. But guess what? You'll finally be able to move on too with this Eight of Swords in reverse down here. You'll finally be free of these ghosts when you are ready to confront them and tell them to go. It's like this month is about for you performing this mental and emotional exorcism so you can prepare for the new. For my Sagittarius is in a relationship, you are being asked to clear the past from your relationships. Any previous offenses, concerns, or issues, let them go so your relationship can continue to grow and blossom. But holding on to anything from the past is slowly poisoning your relationship from the inside out. So let go of the past, whether this is a fight or a mistake or an ex, let it go so the both of you can be free to move forward. For my Sagittarius is in a relationship, okay? So I'm going to clear this off. We're going to bring back those 3 piles and yeah, get to your more personalized message. Like on pile number 1, we have smoky quartz. On pile number 2, we have hematite. And on pile number 3, aqua aura quartz. All right, in pile number 1, you guys chose the smoky quartz. Like I said, I won't be divining these messages and basically just reading the descriptions of the cards, and I will be flipping some other oracle cards in a few moments here. So let's go ahead and get started with my Sagittarius' pile 1 to see what your October has in store. The very first card that we have here is Fennel, the card of alignment. And it says, trigger statement, it is not my fault. True statement, I take full responsibility. Shift into your body and listen. Release the emotions you've been storing and move forward. I'm sorry, you guys. Overall energy that we have for the month is taking risks. All right. And openness. This card keeps coming out. It's crazy. Let's see, your goddess energy for the month for my pile 1 Sagittarius is Hecate, the in-between. Mamacocha, water. Your spell card for the month is prosperity. Look at that. And it says, as this tree grows so strong, so fine, so may I prosper from the universal divine. And your final card that we have here is the Oracle of Chaldea. And I'll be reading the description for this card out of the book. But first, I'm going to shuffle this a couple more oracle cards here just to see if there's any additional messages that I may have missed. So you can think of a question as I'm shuffling. You may receive an answer. The very first card that we have is vibrational alignment. Okay. And then we have sexual compatibility. Didn't we have another? Yeah, we have the card of alignment right here too, and vibrational alignment came out. Then sexual compatibility. Okay, so there is a lot of... You're very compatible with something or someone this month. And then we have childhood memories. And then fear-based. Underneath the deck, we have you are not being heard. For the Oracle of Chaldea card, what it says in the book is... It says, continue on your healing journey with enthusiasm, but without forcing things to happen more quickly than feels natural. Sometimes the body will be ready to let go whilst the mind is still holding on. At other times, the mind may need to be patient as the body processes an experience. Trust in your own timing and rhythm. There's no need to be impatient or to judge yourself. You are summoning the spiritual fortitude to tackle an issue which has previously held you back. When the time is right, the healing shall happen more easily than if you try to push forward prematurely. prematurely. Things are going to work out. Be positive. Wow. Okay. Thank you so much to my Pile 1 Sagittariuses. Don't forget to check out your Moon, Rising, Venus sign videos if you have not already. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. But until next time, you guys stay safe, healthy, and blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. All right, and pile number 2, you guys chose the hematite. So like I said, I'm not divining these messages, just reading the description of the card. So the first card that we have here for my pile 2 Sagittarius for your October is a card renewing. And it is the card as well of forgiveness. And it says here, trigger statement, I did not deserve this. True statement, I forgive. Allow the labels of judgment to disappear. See the situations and individuals through your heart. Forgive yourself. Okay, I like that. Your overall energy for the month for my pile 2 Sagittarius is relaxation. Yep. And power. Yes. Oh, I love this card. All right. Your goddess energy for my pile 2 Sagittarius this month is Parvati, devotion. And Green Tara, salvation. Your spell card for the month is friendship. Bring to me friendship true, sharing, laughter, understanding too. I didn't even know that this was in the deck. Wow, and your final card here is Alabaster Tablet of Layla. And I'll be reading the description for this book out of the card. But first, I'm going to be shuffling a couple of extra oracle cards for you guys. You can ask a question as I'm shuffling. You may receive an answer. But I'm also shuffling just to see if there's any additional messages that I may have missed in either one of your readings. Very first card that fell out is within 1 month. Then we have think about it. Pause and reflect. Just like this think about it card right here. Let me get one more. And we have defense mechanisms. Underneath the deck, we have curious about you. All right, and what it says about the Alabaster Tablet of Layla in the book is you are remembering at a soul level. You are tapping into greater awareness, and an understanding of your highest life purpose shall become even clearer to you. This may evoke unsettling change within you, but that change is necessary for a new way to manifest. You are protected and guided at all times, especially when you feel uncertain about your course. You are truly loved. Okay, so this is all that I'm seeing for my pile 2 Sagittariuses. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Don't forget to check out your Moon, Rising, Venus sign video if you have not already. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, and our higher self for these messages today. Hope you all come back to visit sometime soon. But until next time, stay safe, blessed, healthy, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. All right, pile 3, and you chose the Aqua Aura Quartz. Beautiful stone. I'm obsessed with the stone. Okay, so like I said, I won't be divining these messages, just basically reading the descriptions of the cards. So let's go on ahead and see what my pile 3 Sagittarius October has in store for you. So the very first card that we have here is Birch. It's the card of foundation. Trigger statement, I am rejected. True statement, I am accepted. You have the strength to stand firm in your decision, honor your feelings, and pursue the path you are feeling called to. I like that. Your overall energy for the month that we have here is love. Beautiful card. And leadership. Wow. Your goddess energy overseeing you for the month for my pile 3 Sagittariuses is Ain, adaptability. And I don't know how to pronounce her name, not going to try, but it's the goddess of new beginnings. Your spell card for the month is wisdom. On a Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. And your final card that we have here is Pearl of Sorrow. And I'm going to be reading the description for this card out of the book. But first, I'm going to shuffle from these oracle cards right here just to see if there's any additional messages that I may have missed. So you can think of a question as I am shuffling. You may receive an answer. Okay. So we have 4 cards that came out. And yeah, it felt right. So the cards that we have that came out, you guys, is temporary. Take a time out. Minor setback. And just for you. And underneath the deck, we have within a year. Okay, and what it says in Pearl of Sharov in the book, it says, taking responsibility for your experiences empowers you. You are going to resolve an issue through spiritual inspiration and higher guidance. You will rise up in full connection to your spirit and access a wealth of divine treasure. That which has brought darkness into your world shall submit to the light and be transformed. Have courage and commitment to your awakening, for you are a precious being and can go far on the spiritual path this lifetime. Okay, Pile 3 Sagittarius, thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I do pray this reading brought you guys love, support, clarity, and strength. Don't forget to check out your moon, rising, and Venus sign videos if you guys have not already. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages. Hope you all come back to visit sometime soon, but until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the worlds. Bye, guys.